I called you from this closed-door office sterile room on my break worried. You answered with that voice I would move mountains to hear just once again. Thankfully, it was just a stomach ulcer that made you so weak, unable to stand up, why I took you to the emergency room earlier that day. They had prescribed you some pills, had to change your diet, but during the examination they had found something else. What was it? I want to tell you in person. Just tell me, is it serious? When you get here. Mom, tell me otherwise I'll just leave work and come over there now. After silence, she told me, my heart broke, and reality dematerialized into an infinite void of darkness. Aftershock, the world cleaved in half, the swelling of tears hidden by hands and walls, the naked intensity of being then softened by love, hope, and resolve. Sitting in the cafeteria, sipping on bad coffee, ordering food uneaten. In the visitors' rooms, flipping through old magazines, the occasional exchange of small talk a farce compared to the thoughts and emotions so heavy and dark to be almost visible. Get a glimpse of you naked with your new scars, not conscious after the surgery for now precious days. You tell us to come sit down beside you, pull us into you, closer to your heart. They discovered when you were opened up like some slaughterhouse beast that the cancer has spread throughout your body, throughout that betrayal of nature. And, just tell us. The doctor said I have only 5 or 6 months to live. Don't. Come here. Come here. Come here. Soon she was up again, but not without aid for the body frail. The infinite, ever-renewing will to life to exist, its power blinding, powerful, and pure, needed no crutch. We spent my days off from work together, doing the most mundane activities, usually walk through sleeping with open eyes. Now awakened to the precious, fragile, and poignant nature of this living mystery, we have all somehow appeared inside. Pushing you around in the wheelchair you needed to use now due to the side effects of the treatments and the monsters rapidly multiplying within your body. Shopping for a hat for your chemo-thin hair patch head. Looking illuminated as you were doted on by the softened hearts of the shop girls. Posing in front of the mirror until you found the one that was just right. Perfect. For a while you were lit up with the hope that the treatments that had concentration camped your body had somehow transmuted your dark destiny into the light of life. The supposed primacy of matter over mind placebo inverted, and you were able to walk unaided again. It was almost as if how we understood reality was wrong, and the body existed within the mind. But the fiends within you were too strong now. Armies of them rampaging, terrorizing, and pillaging, scorching the world inside of you, losing ground, collapsing, and soon you were back in the bedroom that was now your palace, and the bed which had become your throne, where you played beautiful music that you had listened to but never heard before. I came home and you had somehow moved your chair onto the balcony so you could look at the reds and oranges and yellows that you had looked at but never seen before. From somnambulant winter to the renewal of spring, the procession to summer should have been the light and warmth that is life. But as nature became fully awake, the false cells within my mother, those blind infernal machines, continued their process. Late night emergency room visits waiting always among the wounded of this crude and violent reality. Another part of you broken down. Another part of you fallen apart. Another part of you patched up like a garment, repaired like a machine, and wheeled back home to your bed of sleep that never stops tossing, mind that never stops turning. All of us cannot control it, maintain it, restrain it. The crushing pressure, as if I was pinned underneath ruins of clouds of dust of concrete, incredible, unbearable. Frustration, anger, helplessness, hopelessness, despair being directed through every proxy. For how can one direct it at the true cause, that cold, inevitable, merciless void? Cannot control it, maintain it, restrain it, the softening waters of realization, regret, apologies, embracing love. She turned increasingly silent, attention turning inward with the pain unbearable, unable to turn away from the approach of non-existence, from those thoughts, as did my father and I, the silent monasticism of our exteriors a lie, the storms of our interiors the truth. As we fed and carried and consoled you until there was blood, we took you in again, and this time you stayed. We stayed sitting in those chairs around you in that room that was hell. You turned and tossed in the agony of that body which was lost, already left the outside world. The wailing and gnashing of the person who you shared a room with vocalizing that infernal inside you somehow. I call family and let them know that they should come. This is it. Angelic beings in human form move us to a private room of space and white and windows large of light. My father, my brother, and I surrounding her as it should be, as close to silence and peace as could be, until the breath that was not followed. One last touch and one last kiss. Nothing could stop from breaking. Outside concrete gray, wet, glistening from the shedding of the clouds. Even nature wept. One night I had a dream. Not a dream of that peculiar dream world, the locations and topology that is the same upon every return. The dream world for whom our waking reality is just an expression of their anxieties, desires, and fears. But the dream that has the same relation to other dreams as visions do to thought. My mother, looking more joyous than she ever did on this plane, a form of impossibly beautiful otherworldly jewels, yet still unmistakably her. Did she even have a voice, as we conceive of it in this fragile and perpetually impermanent world of matter? Yet she somehow told me, let me know that she was all right, that she loved me.